In every show, there comes a song like this. It starts out soft and low and ends up with a kiss. Oh, where is the song that goes like this? Where is it? Where?
A sentimental song that casts a magic spell. They all will hum along, will overact as well. For this is the song that goes like this.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Now we can go straight into the middle eight, a bridge that is too far for me.
Sing it in your face while we both embrace, and then we'll change the key.
Now we're into E, that's awfully high for me.
But everyone can see we should have stayed in D. For this is the song that goes like this.
I'm feeling very proud.
You're singing far too loud.
That's the way that this song goes.
You're standing on my toes, singing the song that goes like this. I can't believe there's more.
It's far too long, I'm sure.
That's the trouble with the song. It goes on and on and on. For this is the song that is too long. We'll be singing this till dawn.
You'll wish that you weren't born.
Let's stop this refrain before we go insane. The song always ends like this.
All right, well, Monty Python at a scholarship awards program has got to be a first. So. Unbelievable. How about one last round of applause for Mr. Harrington, Mrs. Pajak? And of course, the select ensemble. Every year I get goosebumps during our national anthem, and this year was simply no different. It's truly amazing. I want to let everybody know right up front that we also took a vote today and decided that John Carriffio is not getting any awards this year. No more. Enough is enough. No, I like it. John's in the crowd. Thank you for coming, John. Well, good evening and a very special welcome to all parents and family members, teachers, administrators, school committee members, and scholarship recipients who join us tonight. We're so pleased to have you all in attendance as we honor our seniors who sit among us for tonight's Scholarship Awards program. In preparing for my address to you this evening, I recall the quote from the famous American writer and cartoonist, Dr. Seuss, who said, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. You are the person who'll decide where to go." With this extremely competitive class of 2007, you have all been highlighted as somebody who stands out. Each of you seated before me deserves the greatest congratulations. You have definitely paid the price to be here. You have put forth effort, tears, frustration, and now success into your 4 years at Timberlane Regional High School. You should be very proud of yourselves. Timberlane's continued achievements in the areas of academics, athletics, co-curriculars, and the performing arts, musical, and theater prove that as a community we can accomplish anything we set our minds to. I do hope you continue your excellence, never settling for mediocrity, and I hope you take what you've learned the last 12 years and put it to good use. Because as Dr. Seuss was trying to tell you, you have the power to do anything, to achieve anything, and to soar beyond all expectations. I'd like to quickly thank a group of people who served on the scholarship committee. These people donated about a month of their life in April in selecting the recipients tonight, and I'd like nothing more than to recognize them. Judith Cantone, Jean Como, Judy DeHanis, Maureen Early, Kathy Elliott, Brenda Laycock, Beverly LeBlanc, Lynn Millette, Ellen Murphy, Monty Smithers, and Bob Strata. I'd also be remiss if I didn't mention 4 women who make tonight possible. Mrs. Sandra Master and Mrs. Donna Reardon of the Guidance Department, who do so much for our student population every day. Mrs. Brenda Laycock, who I wish I can give a nice scholarship to tonight for all of her efforts, and Mrs. Doreen Vasta, who so quietly handles all of the financial components and continuously reminds me that she does so. Just a quick note about Doreen. She has an extremely huge heart, and she takes great pride in this program, and she worked extremely hard on the financial end. All right, well, I hope you are all ready to do some serious clapping for about 100 students tonight who are going to be receiving a combined $122,350 from the sponsors listed in your program. And we'll be out of here about 10:30 tonight. I'm just joking. All right, giving out $123,000 here to our seniors certainly tells something about our school district and its close personal relationship and business partnership with our wonderful community. Because of their generosity, all of our students benefit. It is my hope that the senior graduates who sit among us tonight each choose to always be part of this community, intertwined forever, never forgetting Timberlane. How about a round of applause for our sponsors listed? All right, on with the program. It gives me great pleasure to have Mr. Leary come down. He wants to introduce some students and give out some belated but well-deserved President's Awards for Educational Excellence.
Before presenting these awards, I'd like to call forth these 6 students and ask them to stand center stage facing the audience. They are in alphabetical order: Jillian Bassey, Brian Travis Hinson, Samantha Jacobus, Eric LaCours, Megan Stanley, and Rebecca Stewart. Please come down. Timberlane is very proud of its 24 presidential educational excellence students. Last Thursday at the senior awards ceremony, we awarded 18 of these certificates. Inadvertently, we had overlooked 6 of these presidential scholars, so we want to recognize them in a special way tonight, and we are apologetic for having delayed their recognition. So, these students have been awarded Outstanding Academic Excellence Awards by the President of the United States. They have scored very well in national tests, but also performed marvelously at Timberlane. So we're proud to present these awards tonight.
It's my pleasure to present Mr. Jamie Sawler and Michael Woodworth, who will be presenting on behalf of the Adventure Law Scholarships.
This year, Adventure Law is proud to be awarding 2 scholarships to 2 very deserving seniors, and they are Nicole St. Gelais
and Michael Dennis.
I'd now like to invite Mrs. Marilyn Prell, who will be presenting the Atkinson Women's Garden Club Scholarships.
Good evening, and it's with great pleasure that I would like to tell that this Atkinson Women's Garden Club Scholarship is open to all 4 towns in our district. And as of just this morning, our newest assistant principal, Mrs. Maria Denolich, came and she wanted to talk to our club about, improving the appearance of our building with plantings and so on. So we are so appreciative of that. Thank you, Mrs. Denola. But this year, the Atkinson Women's Garden Club Scholarship goes to a student from Sandown who will be attending University of New Hampshire Environmental Science, Nicolette Gagnon.
The next scholarship is the Sylvester Les Castano Scholarship. The recipient tonight was unable to attend, but I'd like to recognize that student. This year's recipient of the Sylvester Les Castano Scholarship is Eric Claxton. All right, how about a round of applause for Ms. Sue Takesian, who will be presenting on behalf of the Future Educators Academy Scholarships.
7 Timberlane students have been recognized by the New Hampshire Department of Education for demonstrating the knowledge, skill, and commitment necessary to become great teachers. As participants in Timberlane's Future Educators Academy, these students have received scholarships ranging from $1,500 to $10,000 to continue their education to become teachers. It is my privilege to present Future Educator Scholarships to the following 7 students: Jeline Marr, Jared Pierce, Amanda Peterson, Stephanie Lanza, Samantha Doobie, Jamie Parent, and Kaylee Cassidy.
If I could now invite Mr. Barry Chulden and Mr. Donald Woodworth, who will be presenting the Demetrius Gabrielle Memorial Scholarship.
On behalf of the Gabrielle family, we're honored to present 2 scholarships in memory of Demetrius Gabrielle.
Recipients are Jason Cast and Derek Sickle.
Okay, throughout the night, I'm going to be asking seniors who sit among us tonight, as well as anybody else in the crowd who'd like to join in, to offer a senior salute, which is basically a nice round of applause and a cheer for some remarkable people and/or groups of people. So I'll begin you all. Hello, sorry. I'm ahead of myself here. So I will begin by asking you all to give a special senior salute to your fearless, hardworking, very caring, and wicked awesome class advisors, Officer Joan Marsilia and Mr. Ryan Richmond. Now presenting tonight on behalf of the Harrington Memorial Scholarship is Lindsay Harrington.
The Chris Harrington Scholarship is awarded to those students that display characteristics spelling out my father's first name. C, character. H, honor. R, resolve. I, integrity. And S, spirit. It gives me great pleasure to announce this year's 2007 recipients. Nicole St. Gelais, Amanda Horrigan, Jason Cast, and my sister, someone I'm so proud of, Kelly Harrington.
Okay, I'm going to have Mrs. Prell come back up here, and she's going to be presenting on behalf of the Ronald Hazeltine Scholarships.
Good evening again, and it gives me great pleasure to talk about a former beloved English teacher, Mr. Ronald Hazeltine. He taught his students to earn 3 A's while you were here at the 4 years at Timberlane. The first A is for academics, because that's why we get up each morning to try to learn something new. But the second for athletics, because it does give such another dimension to life. I think he would probably include all of the extracurricular activities in that. And the third A is one of the hardest to earn, but the recipients of this scholarship have certainly earned it, along with many of the rest of you. The third A is for attitude. And so this, your Coach Sorter and he's in San Diego awaiting the birth of his first grandchild, or maybe it's already happened. The first award for the scholarship for the Ronald Hazeltine one goes to Amanda Horrigan. And the second, Nicole Schomburg.
Now presenting for the Susan Hill Memorial Scholarship is Mrs. Diane Rothwell.
Sue Hill was an inspiring musician and a wonderful actor, especially in comedy. This certainly fits this next recipient, Andrew DeBartolomeo.
Wants keys now. He's just got a scholarship. Okay, I'd like to invite Mrs. Lee Dano and Mrs. Lorraine Massioli, who will be presenting the Daniel Ketchum Memorial Scholarships, as well as the Math Honor Society Scholarships.
Good evening. Through the generosity of donations of pie from several Mass students seeking extra credit, lots of hungry students in the building buying slices of pie for $1, specifically on March 14th, we are grateful to have earned money to give scholarships in honor of Dan Ketchum. He was our former math department chair, who was a very enthusiastic and passionate man with a true love of teaching. He continued teaching long after many of us thought that he would be home taking his last days with him. He wanted to spend them here with us at Timberlane. He got the nickname Energizer Bunny because he was giving so much right till the end, and we were very proud of him. And so I'm very honored to give 2 scholarships in his name on behalf of the Math Honor Society, the Math Department, and all of you from our community. We had a very competitive process where students wrote essays. We kept them anonymous so that we voted to be as fair as possible. And it turns out that our 2 Daniel Ketchum Memorial Scholarships go to Caitlin Madsen and John Carifio. On behalf of the Math Honor Society, we'd like to recognize 2 other students. We'd like to recognize an individual who was competitive with us on the math team for 4 consecutive years and having a good showing at all times, as well as an amazingly positive attitude and a fun smile at all times and working hard for us. Igor Santilovich. And last but not least, lots of tutoring goes on in the Math Honor Society, lots of hard work by many individuals, but there was one individual that stood out in our minds this year that was always there no matter what, giving extra help as much as she could, as well as not only tutoring but also in the front office, and we can't thank Magdala Johnson enough.
The next group of awards are the United States Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete and Scholastic Excellence Awards. And typically these are presented by Staff Sergeant Marshall Roberts, who doesn't seem to be with us tonight. He couldn't make it, so I will present on his behalf. The Distinguished Athlete Awards for the United States Marine Corps go to Magdala Johnson and Derek Sickle. The U.S. Marine Corps Scholastic Excellence Award goes to David Linehan and Jennifer Foden. And I'd like to invite Mr. DeBartolomeo to come on stage to present the U.S. Marine Corps Semper Fidelis Musical Excellence Awards.
like to read the wording. The Semper Fidelis Award for Musical Excellence is presented to one male and one female, and it's by the United States Marines Youth Foundation and the Marine Corps League in recognition of diligence, dedication, and musical excellence as a performing high school bandsman and soloist. The two recipients are Evan Russell and Emily Blair.
Now presenting on behalf of the McSheehy Memorial Scholarship is Nancy McSheehy Hawks and John McSheehy in the family. In Madison.
Good evening. I stand here with my daughter in honor of my mother, Tammy McSheehy. Those of you who attended Pollard School will remember my mother. She was the library aide, and that on your birthdays, she would give you a card and a pencil. Tonight, in memory of my mom, I'm proud to award 2 scholarships and 2 pencils to Stephanie Lanza and Jennifer Foden.
Now presenting on behalf of the National Exchange Club of Plastow, Trish Manella.
The National Exchange Club is a service-based organization that strives to improve the local community through service-oriented projects. Although we are a new club, we have held yarn drives, beautified the Vic Geary Center, and participated in Make a Difference Day by presenting local seniors with plants. We are pleased to award our first ever scholarship to a worthy student based on the following criteria: academic achievement, community service, and extracurricular activities, with special consideration given to community service that emphasizes and meets a need of the children in the community. The community service may have been accomplished through school, church, civic, or scouting organizations. In her essay, this student exhibited exactly the qualities we were looking for, explaining how helping middle school age students is her passion and how giving back to the community through these children is not only her commitment, but her duty. We are proud to award the National Exchange Club Scholarship to Ashley Eason.
Okay, it's about time for our next senior salute. And this salute goes to your senior class executive committee members for all their hard work, their diligence throughout the past 4 years. Executive committee members, would you please stand if you're present for your salute? Giselle Boulay, Nicole Caswell, Andrew DeBartolomeo, Nicolette Gagnon, Amanda Horgan, Magdala Johnson, Cody LaPlante, Angela Palermo, Evan Russell, Rebecca Stewart, Igor Sentilovich, and Caitlin Winglass. Now presenting on behalf of the PTSA High School Scholarship is Kate Delfino and Karen Missouri.
On behalf of the high school PTSA, Karen and I are thrilled to present the following scholarships to a group of outstanding students. First, Amanda Horgan. Lynn Passanisi. Rebecca Stewart. And Catherine Urick. Congratulations and best of luck to all of you.
And now to present on behalf of the PTSA Middle School Scholarship is Pamela Simons LaRoche.
Good evening. My name is Pamela Simons LaRoche. I'm the president of the PTSA at the middle school. And this year, the middle school would like to award our scholarship to Sarah Hamilton.
Tonight, I will be presenting the Plastow Fish and Game Harold B. Kidder Scholarship. This year's scholarship recipient is Nicolette Gagnon. I'd now like to invite Mr. Roger Baribeau, who will be presenting the Plastow Lions Club Scholarship.
My wife told me before I left, don't be too wordy, these people want to leave. I'd like to present our presentation to Kimberly Peters and Amanda Fuller.
Okay, now to present on behalf of the Ann Reardon Memorial Scholarship, as well as the TRHS Student Council Scholarship, is Mrs. Jennifer Libby Bath.
If I could have Danielle Manso and Amanda Fuller please come forward. Every year, Student Council obviously does a variety of functions, but one of the things we do is actually raise money for two different scholarships, one being our Student Council Scholarship, and then another one we do is for Mrs. Reardon. Our two Student Council Scholarships go to Danielle Manso, who is my president this year, who put a lot of time and effort into planning the variety of activities that Student Council does. Probably our most infamous is obviously Spirit Week. And then Amanda Fuller, who has spent 4 years of her academics at Timberlane, dedicating her life to Student Council. So we'd just like to award you guys the two scholarships. Thank you. New this year, we actually started last year, but this year we decided to do a fundraiser for Mrs. Reardon. Mrs. Reardon was the Student Council advisor for many years and was very involved not only in Timberlane Student Council, but very involved in the state, providing a variety of programs not only for New Hampshire State, but also for New England, and of course was a very hardworking, dedicated teacher, social studies teacher for Timberlane. This year, we actually awarded one scholarship to Max Alquist and Brittany Farrell.
Tonight, presenting on behalf of the Region 10 Scholarship is Mrs. Leah Frim.
Good evening. My name is Leah Frim. I'm the Quality Improvement Coordinator at Region 10 Community Support Services here in Atkinson. Region 10 is one of 10 area agencies in New Hampshire that support people of all ages with developmental disabilities or acquired brain disorders. The towns that we serve are Atkinson, Danville, Derry, Chester, Hampstead, Newton, Plastow, Pelham, Salem, Sandown, and Wyndham. Every year, Region 10 Fundraising Committee awards one scholarship to each of the area high schools. To be eligible for this scholarship, the graduating senior must meet at least one of the following requirements. The student is planning on pursuing a career in human services or related field, or the student has provided support to an individual with special needs, or the student has participated in community and volunteer activities. The students were asked to write a brief essay explaining how they have met any or all of these requirements and why human services is important to them. The student receiving this scholarship tonight has met and exceeded all three of these requirements. After reading her heartfelt essay, the scholarship committee at Region 10 agreed hands down that she was the most deserving applicant. Her kind heart and commitment was evident even as a young child, excuse me, and her support and advocacy for people with disabilities are ongoing. I'm pleased to present the 2007 Region 10 Scholarship to Megan Stanley.
All right, we have Mr. Constantino now who's going to present on behalf of the Lisa Richardson Scholarship.
Lisa Richardson was a Timberlane player who sadly passed this year. And we've started a scholarship in her name. And the recipient this year possesses many of the talents that Lisa had. Raw talent, incredible stage presence, and ability to handle an Irish or English accent. It is my pleasure to present this award to one of the finest actresses I've ever had the pleasure to direct, Miss Kaylee MacLeod.
All right. Now, to present the Daniel Romanuk Memorial Scholarship is Mrs. Patty Romanuk.
Greetings, parents, faculty members, Principal Woodworth, assistant principals, fellow presenters, soon-to-be graduating seniors, and a special thanks to Sean Kiley, whose help with this scholarship has been invaluable throughout the years. I'd like to also take a moment to welcome my parents who are here to see their grandson's scholarship presented for the very first time. It's a great pleasure to be here tonight to present the scholarship for the fourth year in a row. We've been very proud of all our past recipients, and this year is no exception. As this year's class is one of the last classes to have known Danny, I'd like to take a moment to share a little bit about him and explain the nature of the scholarship. This year, many of the student body signed up for Rachel's Challenge and heard about Columbine's first victim, Rachel Scott. You heard about the type of person that she was, the way she cared about her fellow classmates and others that she came in contact with, and the type of character which she possessed. Daniel Romanuk accepted Rachel's challenge before there was a challenge. He was very much like Rachel in character. He was a fun-loving student who always quietly did the right thing and never sought recognition or even acknowledgement for those things that he did. While he appeared to be an average kid, we've heard of the many times that he stepped in to defend a new student from being teased, treated numerous special education students with kindness, and saw beyond their disabilities to the person beneath. We were told stories of how he filled in for missing semi-formal dates and all the other ways that he made a difference in the lives around him. Potential recipients for the scholarship are nominated by faculty and staff with the reasons for the nominations presented in a letter. The Romanuk family is given the numbered nominations which have no names attached to them. From these nominations, we are able to make our choice. At this time, I'd like to take a moment and to ask the faculty and staff of the high school, who both are here and are watching on the TENS channel, to keep this scholarship in the back of your minds as you enter next year, and keep looking for nominees, because without you, we simply do not present a scholarship. This year, we've decided to award 2 scholarships, as there were 2 outstanding and deserving individuals. The first student is a gentleman who has many friends, but does not restrict himself to one group. He's always the one to notice when someone is on the outskirts of the group and seeks to draw them in. He puts himself last in a situation to be sure that others are taken care of. He has a strong sense of right and wrong and is very clear on what he believes is the right thing to do. He doesn't hesitate to fill in if he sees something that needs to be done for others and doesn't seem to really consider his own needs. Our second recipient is a young lady that I know very well. Whenever I think of the person most like Danny, I think of her. She recognizes that people need to feel like they're accepted for who they are. She knows how words can hurt, and she watches out for those who might be standing outside the group and need to be included. She tries to be kind to everyone that she meets, and she definitely understands that character is doing the right thing when no one is looking. She's made it a point of her life to put this into practice. So without further ado, I am very honored to present the 4th annual Daniel Romanuk Memorial Scholarship to Glenn Brand and Nicole Romanuk.
Okay, now to present on behalf of the Sandown 5th grade scholarship, as well as the Sandown PTA scholarship, is Amy DiFio.
Hi, we are here to represent the Sandown PTA not only as PTA members, but we are all both residents of Sandown and teachers in the Sandown school, so we remember you when. The first scholarship we'd like to present is for the Sandown 5th grade scholarship, and it's to Stephanie Mace. The next 2 scholarships are the Sandown PTA scholarships, and they go to Lynn Passanisi and Patrick Robinson. Patrick, you've grown.
Tonight, to present on behalf of the Sandown Lions Club Scholarship is Mr. Fred Soul.
Good evening. On behalf of Sandown Lions, it is my pleasure and honor to present the scholarship tonight. Congratulations to you students, to you parents and families, and to your teachers. You have accomplished much, and there is much more ahead. As in the previous 11 years, this award goes to a Sandown student who has demonstrated community involvement and volunteerism. These qualities or traits we Lions hold dear and with pride. Our motto is, we serve. Several worthy students applied, and we thank you all. Please continue the good work. The Student Selection Committee we chose, we've had the opportunity to watch and work with over the years. An amazing young person from a wonderful family, this individual is a leader in the class and out. A soccer player, skier, cross-country runner, and Eagle Scout, to name just a few. He does all this with an ailment called cystic fibrosis. An annual walkathon to raise money for the defeat of this dreaded disease is marched in his name, and the Sandown Lions will always be proud to be part of it. Patrick's Patrollers, Patrick Robinson.
Presenting on behalf of the Sandown Old Home Days Road Runner Scholarship is Mr. Mark Traeger.
So I'm here to present 2 scholarships to Sandown students who show above average ability in athletics and academics. The money from for these scholarships come out of a race put on by the Sandown Road Runners Club, not just in Sandown, but throughout New England. And I'm happy to present this to Nicolette Gagnon. A young man I've known since he was a little boy, and a fellow Eagle Scout, Patrick Robinson.
Now to present the Michael John Smithers Memorial Scholarship is Mrs. Marty Smithers, Michael's mom, and Chanel. She's got a new dress on. She's going to come show it off too. Come on down.
Well, before I say what I want to say, Chanel, Michael's little sister, would like to say a couple sentences.
He was my brother and will always be. I love him and I know he loves me. If I was sad, he'd be an angel and put a smile on my face. Now he left me to another place, and I cannot wait to go to heaven to see his face. Now it is not the same without him, and I cannot have a wonderful brother just like him.
I'm here tonight to give a scholarship in my son's memory. My son was Michael John Smithers. He died August 22nd, 2003, just 2 weeks before entering this high school. There are no words to express what it's like to bury your child and outlive them. Life as you once knew it is no longer. At first, you don't think you'll survive, but you find a different way to live, and your perspectives change. When Michael died, I realized it was my job to keep his memory alive. Since he wasn't able to attend this high school and graduate, this is my way of keeping him part of this graduating class, if only in memory. For those of you fortunate enough to know Michael, he was quite a person. He loved life, lived it to the fullest, always smiling, making people laugh, helping to mend friendships. He liked to get a rise out of people, irritate, and even rag on you. Never in a hurtful, vicious way. Again, just to get a rise out of you. A kind, generous, thoughtful kid. He was an incredible big brother to his little sister Chanel. He was affectionate regardless of who was around. Always on the go, but managed to find time for Chanel every day. He thought she was a little princess, and she thought he walked on water. A sensitive kid, but hid it with a tough guy exterior. He was the man of our house, even at the age of 13. Michael's last summer was spent working full-time for a local HVAC company. He'd pay for his own cell phone bill, would treat us to ice cream, and buy endless amounts of cleaning products for his four-wheeler. I had major surgery 2 months before Michael died. In the weeks prior to that, he sat with me one day to see how much money he could contribute to the mortgage while I was out of work. That's just the kind of incredible kid he was. He had many plans, ideas, and dreams for his future. He loved working with his hands and wanted to invent things he thought were cool. He even tried to put a motor on a 10-speed bike with a few of his friends in our backyard. Michael struggled academically, so we decided he would go to trade school. He wanted to become a master plumber. He told me when he made a lot of money, he would buy me that condo I wanted on the beach when he and his sister were grown, and he would take care of me when I was old. He never got the chance to do any of those things. We moved 6 weeks after Michael died. It was a matter of survival. Even now, we live close to Boston. There are a handful of Michael's friends who still remember him. They come to his grave on his birthday. They meet me at his crash site every year on his death anniversary. And one of those special kids is receiving the scholarship tonight. He's been one of Michael's best friends since they were 7. He fit the criteria of the scholarship, but also Michael would have wanted him to have it. He had a real hard time right after Michael died and managed to turn things around. This scholarship is going to Dan Clark. Dan, I want you to know Michael would be very, very proud of you.
Okay, now to present on behalf of the TMA high school and middle school scholarships is Trish Manella.
Once again, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here this evening. The Timberlane Music Association is a parent organization whose mission is to assist the high school music department staff in whatever way they deem necessary. With almost 300 students in the music program, which includes band, chorus, and orchestra, we've been very busy. The scholarships we are awarding tonight are based on the students' participation in the program with the intention of pursuing music in their college career. Before they are presented, I'd like to share a few interesting facts about Timberlane music students. Did you know that for the past 5 years, the valedictorian has also been a music student? This year is no exception. Did you know that of this year's graduating class, 50% of the top 10 students have participated in the music program, including this year's valedictorian? Number 11 and number 12 are also music students. We are truly blessed in this district to have such dedicated staff as well as administration who believes that music and the arts are not a luxury but the basic right of each student. I hope these facts make you aware that talent and academics go hand in hand. We are proud to be associated with these hardworking, multi-focused students. In the words of our famous orchestra director, Mrs. Pajak, we truly believe that music makes you smart. It is with great pleasure we award 2 $500 scholarships to carry on the fine Timberlane tradition of music. Please join me in congratulating Crystal Morin and Angela Palermo. I'd also like to award the $250 scholarship from the Middle School Music Association to Andrew DiBartolomeo.
I'd like to give another salute now, a very special senior salute for all the parents and guardians and family members in the audience. Seniors, you need to remember where you came from, and you certainly need to remember who helped you get here tonight. Will all the parents and family members in the audience please stand for their senior salute? I got a couple kisses blown out there. It was awesome. Thank you. All right, now presenting on behalf of the Timberlane Athletic Council is Mr. Bucky Tardif.
On behalf of the Timberlane Athletic Council, it is my pleasure to present the following scholarships. Derek Sickle, James Zeidler, Kelly Harrington, and Dustin Lockhart.
Now presenting on behalf of the Timberlane Community Chorus Scholarship, we ask Kathy Elliott to come up.
Good evening. And on behalf of the Timberlane Community Chorus, I would like to congratulate all of you fantastic seniors in the class of 2007. 3 years ago, the Timberlane Community Chorus was just a fledgling organization. We were looking for voices, and we really needed a lot of help. This young lady was kind enough to step up and give us her fantastic voice to join in with ours. And so this year, we're very proud to present this scholarship to Miss Elizabeth Webster.
If Mr. Eric Insano can please come back down and present on behalf of the Timberlane Players Scholarships.
Every year I tell the Timberlane players that talents will get them their first role, but dedication, work ethic, and humility will get each subsequent role. Since these two recipients have been in numerous plays, not only is it attestation to their talent, but more importantly to the latter, to their dedication, their humility, and their work ethic, and the fact that they're both Italian. So I'm proud to present these awards to Angela Palermo and Andrew DiBartolomeo.
I'd now like to ask Mrs. Suzanne Judd, Timberlane Teachers Association President, to come down and present on behalf of the TTA Scholarship.
The Timberlane Teachers Association is proud to present its scholarship to Eric Gustafson.
If I could ask Mrs. Gail Middlemiss, who will be presenting on behalf of the TRHS Cheerleading Boosters Scholarships.
Good evening. It's my privilege to present 2 scholarships this evening to 2 young women who exhibit not only exceptional spirit for their sport and their team, but an inner spirit that makes them remarkable individuals as well. There's a proverb that states, "A child's life is like a piece of paper on which every person leaves a mark." It's now their turn to make their mark on the world, and we wish them tremendous success and happiness in their journeys ahead. It's my honor to present the 2007 Timberlane Owls Cheer Booster Scholarships to Ariel Goldfarb and Nicole Surratt.
Now presenting on behalf of the TRHS Cross Country Booster Scholarship is Mr. Brian Devaney.
The cross-country boosters are happy to present scholarships to Lindsay Ahern, Amy Cosio, Patrick Robinson, Paul Trumper, William Trumper, and Igor Sentilovich.
Okay, now presenting on behalf of the TRHS English Honor Society Scholarships is Miss Jennifer Pizzula and Miss Corey Stalonis.
The 3 English Honor Society Scholarship recipients are Evan Russell, Kaylee McLeod, and Katie Winglass.
Okay, Miss Pizzula, Miss Stalonis want me to plug the Last Coffee House tomorrow. 7 o'clock tomorrow in the courtyard. It's going to be outdoors, so come on down, have a good time. It's a really fun way to end your year right before graduation. So, all right, now presenting on behalf of the TRHS Field Hockey Booster Scholarship is Mrs. Valerie Magliaschetti.
Good evening. Tonight, we would like to honor 2 exceptional individuals who have displayed great leadership as co-captains. They have dedicated 4 years of hard work towards the sport of field hockey while maintaining their places on the honor roll. We congratulate them and wish them well in their future. Please join me in honoring Kelly Harrington and Amanda Horgan.
Okay, moving along to the TRHS Football Booster Scholarships, I ask that Bob Strata come down and present those.
Good evening, everyone. The Football Boosters organization is very honored to be able to award 8 scholarships this evening to these young men who gave their all on the gridiron while here at Timberlane. Would the following recipients please come forward? Danny Barrett, Kevin Frazier, Eric Gustafson, Brian Hinson, Jason Holt, Danny Lynch, John J.T. Petrillo, and Derek Sickle.
All right, we're about 70 grand into the program. Just want to let you know that. All right, we're moving right along. Takes some time to give out 122 grand. So, all right, presenting on behalf of the TRHS French Honor Society Scholarship is Madame Reynolds.
On behalf of the French Honor Society, I'd like to present a scholarship to one of my very deserving officers. She was really my right hand all year long, and her name is Samantha Doobie.
Okay, get your German dictionaries out, because I'm going to invite Herr Madsen, who's going to present the TRHS Gap in German Honor Society Scholarships.
So, schönen guten Abend. I'm going to speak in English tonight. One of the fun parts of my job that I love is every 2 years I get to take my German students. Well, first we host our sister school students for a month. We'll be doing that this coming September. And then the real fun is 9 months later, taking the Timberlane students to Germany, where we live with the Germans, go to school with the Germans, see a lot of Central Europe, and it's just a great experience. And it really is a labor of love that I do every 2 years, and it's been a great, powerful movement and one of the driving forces in our German program here at Timberlane. Tonight I get to present 2 scholarships to 2 students who went to Germany with me this past year. So on behalf of the German Education Ministry, the German Consulate General in Boston, and the Goethe Institute in New York and Boston, we present the scholarships for the German-American Partnership Program to Kristen McDougall and Sean Murphy.
Okay, now presenting on behalf of the TRHS Historical Honor Society is Mr. Ryan Richmond.
Each year, the Historical Honor Society gives 2 scholarships for an essay contest. This year's essay contest topic was the continuing importance of study of the Cold War, which, given the last 2 weeks' events, these students might want to revise their essays to update them. Thank you, Vladimir. The 2 recipients this year, I'm very proud to announce, are Lindsay Ahern and Eric LaCour.
I'd now like to ask Mrs. Maureen Zeidler to come present the TRHS Hockey Booster Scholarships.
I'd like these following people to come down: Amy Cosio, Mike John Deere, Tague Foley, Leslie Fuller, Luke Goulet, Nick Skeena, Tori Sprague, and Jimmy Zeidler. What can I say about these guys? These players, for the most part, have been wearing the name Timberlane on their shirts since 7th grade, or maybe they were involved in the program like Leslie. As young players, they learned to play as a team. The hours on end they spent playing floor hockey with mini sticks, the street hockey in Skeena's cul-de-sac, the pasta dinners. A team on and off the ice. We've seen them grow and change into the young people they are today. They have always considered themselves the blue-collar team. Not a lot of finesse, but a lot of heart. The success they had this year was amazing. They made it farther than any other Timberlane hockey team, had a home playoff game, and advanced to the Frozen Four. They realized playing together would be the key to their success, and successful they were. The memories they've given us are priceless. We will miss them, as I know they will miss hockey. It's a great honor I present these players and our team manager with scholarships from the Hockey Boosters. The Boosters wish them well as they embark on their journeys.
If I could ask Mr. Bob Strada to come up once more and present on behalf of the TRHS Lacrosse Boosters Scholarships.
Good evening again. The Lacrosse Boosters are very proud to be able to award 4 scholarships this evening to the boys and girls program. Would the recipient of the girls program please come forward? Elise Sherman. And from the boys program, would the following recipients please come up? Jimmy Zeidler, Luke Goulet, and Jonathan Roderick.
Tonight, presenting on behalf of the TRHS National Honor Society Scholarship is Mr. Eric Constantino and Ms. Louise Pajak.
Mr. C says he's talked enough tonight, so now it's my turn. We have 3 NHS scholarships to present tonight: Cody LaPlante, Crystal Morin, and Lindsay Ryan.
Tonight, presenting on behalf of the TRHS Senior Class Scholarships are Mr. Ryan Richmond and Miss Officer Joan Marsilia.
Good evening. Before we do the scholarships, I just want to make a note that I'd like to do a special senior salute. I won't say that Mr. Kiley was wrong, but he was probably misinformed. We had 2 members of the executive committee that were not named, and I'd like them to stand up now: Ariel Goldfarb and Nicole Romanek. Gotcha. And now back to our program. On behalf of the Timberlane class of 2007, I can speak for myself and Mr. Richmond. It's been an honor to be the senior advisors. We've had a lot of fun. We've only done it for 3 years, but it's been the most wonderful 3 years of our lives. And we're sorry to say it's over, but bye-bye. I'm
Still
kidding.
have Friday.
I'm
Still
kidding.
have Friday.
But 3 seniors stood out as outstanding students to us, and we feel that they deserve the class of 2007 senior scholarship. They are Katie Winglass, Evan Russell, and Nicolette Gagnon.
And I was not wrong. I was misinformed. Evan Russell gave me the list. I'm only kidding, Evan. Okay, I will be presenting on behalf of the TRHS Soccer Boosters Scholarships. The recipients this year are Cody LaPlante, Michael Minion, Melanie Olson, Jonathan Roderick, Aaron Stevenson, and Rebecca Stewart. Okay, now tonight to present on behalf of the TRHS Spring Track and Winter Track Boosters programs are Mr. Jamie Sawler and Mr. Matthew Gallant.
Timberlane Track and Field Boosters are pleased to present these scholarships to these spring track athletes: Eric Gustafson, Caitlin Madsen, Aaron Stevenson, William Trumper, and Igor Santalovich.
And to these winter track athletes, we have Caitlin Madsen, Rebecca Stewart, Paul Trumper, Will Trumper, and Igor Santalovich.
Okay, moving right along, Program 1, presenting on behalf of the TRHS Wrestling Booster Scholarships as well as the TYFL Tornado Scholarships are Mr. Robert Strata.
The Wrestling Boosters are very honored this year to be able to award 3 scholarships to 3 very deserving young men. Would the following recipients please come up? Jason Cast, J.T. Petrillo, and Mr. Derek Sickle. It's like the runway at the airport over here when you leave. I know every year I say something along these lines about the Tornado Scholarship, but the organization is in a unique position as they award scholarships based on knowing these young individuals when they were in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And they are very proud to be able to honor these 4 individuals this evening, 2 football players, 2 cheerleaders, for the outstanding young men and young women that they've turned out here after 4 years at Timberlane. Would these following 2 football players please come forward? Brian Hinson and Jason Holt. Would the following cheerleaders please come forward? Oriel Goldfarb and Nicole Charette.
Okay, tonight, presenting on behalf of the Unitil Energy Systems Scholarship is Mrs. Brenda Babylon.
Good evening. Each year, Unitil Energy Systems awards 4 scholarships, 1 at each of the 4 high schools in our service area. This year was kind of a hard decision for the Timberlane Scholarship. However, the recipient this year is Lindsay Ryan.
Okay, before we move on to program number 2, I want to offer another senior salute. We got a bunch of teachers in the audience tonight, and I'd like for the seniors to give your teachers, counselors, coaches, administrators, okay, who have some way impacted your life, give them a nice senior salute. All right, program 2 always goes nice and quick, I promise you this, okay? I'm gonna present the bulk of these scholarships, all right? I'm gonna start off with the Alumni Trust Scholarship, and this scholarship this year goes to Lauren Schmidt. The next 2 scholarships are on behalf of the Atkinson Academy PTA, and they go to Kelly Harrington and Igor Sentilovich. On behalf of the Atkinson Graphics Scholarship, I'd like to invite Christina Findyson. The next scholarship is the Atkinson Lions Scholarship, and these 2 scholarships go to Amanda Horgan and Shannon Maloney. The Atkinson Women's Civic Club Scholarships go to Giselle Boulay, Kelly Harrington, Lindsay Ryan, and Catherine Urick. Tonight's Jane Brown Scholarship goes to Jared Pierce. Tonight's Lieutenant Mark R. Caldwell Scholarship goes to Lindsay Ahern. (2007) Ruth G. Campbell Scholarship goes to Lynn Pazanisi. The Clifton and Ruth Cook Scholarship goes to William Trumper. This year's Danville Dad Scholarship goes to Amanda Peterson. Okay, I can't say it. I'm sorry. She won't let me. It was a good thing, though. I promise. Okay, the Danville PTA Scholarship 2007 goes to Samantha Jacobus. This year's Maud and John Dustin Music Scholarship goes to Alex Miola. This year's Greek American Benevolent Scholarship goes to Robert DeGregory. The 2007 Claudine Hanlon Scholarship goes to Dustin Lockhart. Okay, the 2007 Herf Jones Scholarship goes to Jonathan Carifio. This year's Frank Kelcourse Memorial Scholarship goes to Hannah Morin. The 2007 Jennifer Klink Scholarship goes to Patrick Robinson. I'm going to have Patrick move at front in a little bit. The Thomas and Charlotte Labosque Scholarship goes to Cody LaPlante and Allison Nadler. Okay, this year's 2007 Eric C. Lovett Scholarship goes to Ryan Taylor. All right, we have a couple Merrimack Valley Hospital scholarships. Merrimack Valley Hospital contacted me, and they chose the same student for both these scholarships, and that student is Caitlin Matson. This year's Cindy Meridian Memorial Scholarship goes to Ariel Goldfarb. The 2007 PACE Scholarship goes to David and Jeffrey Linehan. Jeffrey has the longer hair, if you guys wanted to know that. It's very important, that one grows it out. All right, the PEO Women's Scholarship goes to Allison Nadler. All right, here's a long-awaited, heartfelt senior salute. Goes to our patient, tolerant, uncomplaining, and unwearied cafeteria workers, custodial staff at Timber Lane. Would all the cafeteria workers and custodians please stand? They're not here, and I can tell you why, because they're too busy picking up after you all the time. So if you see them again in your lifetime after Friday, please thank them. And I can honestly tell you, whichever way you go, whether it be the college, the military, the workforce, the whole business of not picking up after yourself has just ended. All right. Don Rankus is going to thank me for that one. All right, the Plastow Auxiliary Fire Department Scholarship goes to Jeremy Lang. This year's Plastow Historical Society Scholarship goes to Brian Bolio. The 2007 Pollard PTA Scholarship goes to Adrian Gorey. Sorry. This year's Seacoast Coca-Cola Scholarship goes to Emily Antanovich. Okay, the next scholarship is the Richard Shields Plastow Police Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship goes to Danielle Pellerin. This year's Timberlane Community Band Scholarship goes to Andrew DeBartolomeo. The TSC Timberwolves Soccer Club scholarships go to Cody LaPlante, Michael Minion, Melanie Olson, Jonathan Roderick, and Rebecca Stewart. (2007) TRHS Baseball Booster Scholarships go to Jason Cast and Dustin Lockhart. The TRHS Basketball Booster Scholarships go to Michael Gravelise, Ashley Harris, Magdala Johnson, Melanie Olson, and Amanda Shudo. All right, here we go. This year's TRHS Comedy Club scholarships go to Billy William Bath and Jolene Ma. All right, this year's faculty scholarships go to Jillian Bassey, Karen Huberto, Colleen Kelly, Kelly Watton, and Lauren Williams. This year's TRHS Golf Booster Scholarships go to Michael Gravelise and Dustin Lockhart. Oh, sorry. Take it. All right, how about a senior salute? We'll do a last one before. How about a senior salute to any senior who has abided by dress code policies and procedures here at the high school? Give it up. Would you all stand if you abided by the dress code policy and procedures, seniors? Okay, that's about right. Okay. I'm just kidding. All right, this year's TRHS Principal's Scholarship goes to Andrea Resende. 2007 TRHS SAD Scholarship, Students Against Destructive Decisions, goes to Kelly Harrington and Amanda Horgan. This year's TRHS Scribe Scholarship, Journalism Scholarship, goes to Shannon Maloney. This year's TRHS Ski Team Booster Scholarship goes to Ryan Lane. This year's TRHS Softball Booster Scholarships goes to Ashley Eason, Amanda Horgan, and Nicole Schomburg. I'm going to start this before she gets to her seat. This year's Students of Service Scholarship goes to Amanda Horgan. Moving along to the TRHS Tennis Booster Scholarships. These go to Kelly Harrington, Nicholas Skeena, and Grace Vesey. Okay, the TRHS Volleyball Booster Scholarships go to Magdala Johnson, Amanda Peterson, and Crystal Smith. Okay, the 2007 TRSD Support Staff Scholarships go to Samantha Doobie and Adrian Gorey. All right, last one here. Here we go. The 2007 Charisse May Woolley Scholarship goes to Kaylee Cassidy. All right, before we depart, I'd like to invite Mr. Donald Woodworth, principal of Timberlane Regional High School, to come up and give some very brief closing remarks.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Kiley. And thank you, your committee. You did a great job. It was a lot of work, a lot of hours, and I think Mr. Kiley, apart from his humor, needs quite a hand here. One last time, I want to say thank you to all the boosters groups, clubs, teams, organizations, programs, local businesses, colleges, associations, individuals, families that gave us their gifts today in hopes that you guys will use them well and prove them right, that your characteristics, your qualities are deserving of their gift of money. An opportunity is at the doorstep for you to say thank you. So go home and craft a letter or 2 or 5 if your name is Kelly, to get these people aware that you appreciate the $120-something thousand that came your way tonight. Also, I just want to give you a reminder that we have a rehearsal tomorrow for our second rehearsal for graduation. Not much left. We want to line up tomorrow after your last final, 10:30. You have 10 minutes after the last final to line up. I want to go out the door about 10 minutes afterwards and practice the rehearsal one last time. If it goes well, it'll be one time. But you've done a nice job, folks. I'm really proud of this senior class. I'm proud of the parents that set us up for such a great senior year for you by giving you the values that you've shown, that you understand, and that you carry with you. It really has been a smooth year, and I owe it to this group. A lot of leadership here in this room. Thank you. Continue to use that to your benefit in the future. Thank you all, and good night.